While you're enjoying the TAB State Championships, what about experiencing some of the other iconic attractions in the Dubbo region in your free time? Meet incredible wildlife at Taronga Western Plains Zoo. Step inside the historic Old Dubbo Jail. Discover the inspiring Royal Flying Doctor Service visitor experience and explore the spectacular Wellington Caves. If you've got a little extra time, make the most of your visit. Head to dubboregion.com.au/visit and start planning your adventure today. Ladies and gents, welcome back to Club Dubbo for the final session of the 2025-26 TAB State Championships. We're down to the fours finals. They're getting underway now. Just completing the second trial end before we start the women's fours on our broadcast. And we're going to be celebrating here, and well, hopefully we can do what we did last game where we finished off. Let's try that again. Ray Pearce, down game, punches their own bowl onto the shot bowl, gets it out to book Tarrant Point's berth through to this afternoon's final. But we're on this game, which is the women's fours final. Gunnedah, they're through to the final. Leanne, Pryor, Charli Cameron, Joanne, Briggs and Ella Cameron. Of course, that's a bit of a family affair. Joe, Mum, Ella and Charli daughters, Leanne, Auntie. They're up against the highly fancied St John's Park combination. Erin, Swatridge, Brittany Camp, Natasha Russell and Brianna Smith. Of course, Britt Camp playing for Dawn Hayman, who's out as a precautionary measure managing towards Commonwealth Games. To understand, just making sure that little knee niggle doesn't get any worse. So just completing the second of their two trial ends. Men's final on the adjacent rink, and up on the number 2 green, the men's senior, women's senior and open reserve finals are being played. So Gunnedah rolls the jack to start our first end. So Leanne Pryor gets us underway. So men's fours final on the adjacent rink. Tarrant Point, Kyle Hansen, Shane White, Ray Pearce and David Axon. They're taking on the Raymond Terrace Jets, Brendan Stokes, Jason Stokes, Lennon Scott and Jay by Norris. That should be a pretty good clash. Look, we may transfer our cameras across to that game if we finish the women's final first. Watch this space. Just through. Of course, we've got 2 sets of pink bowls to track. One's got the yellow sticker, one's got the blue. In the men's senior final, the Hills taking on Sawtell. Andrew McPherson, Peter Newman, Brian Patton and Dale Maitland from the Hills. They're taking on Brian Fitzpatrick, Bryce Clugston, Bruce Sorensen and Rick Southam. That's the men's senior final. Women's senior final, it's South Tamworth Carol White, Ingrid Harriet, Kathy Burditch, Christine Myers. They're taking on the entrants, Karen Bonner, Linda Webster, Maureen Sagas and Denise Ellison. The final of the Open Reserve fours, George Samet, Stephen Tonicki, Scott Watkins and Craig Scott, representing Cronulla. And they're taking on David Whittaker, Ryan Barclay, Darryl Hannon and Michael Winter of Cabra Bowls. Britt Camp now on the mat. Saints holding one shot. The pink bowl nearest the jack belonging to Erin Swatridge. Britt just a little bit shy with that one. We have a plethora of pink on this rink this afternoon. Charli Cameron. First one just a little bit short, just needs to get past that. Wants this to really hook back now. Well, Ella cheers a little bit, but it's not shot. Still one to the Saints. Camp a bit wider on this. Brianna urging it on, just gets a little chunk on the other bowl and stops. Joanne Briggs. She'll play the backhand. Can get down through Charlie's bowls. Can also get a sit on that shot bowl, push it through, stay. Could even be 3 shots if to do that. Not too far away. Going to grab a hold of the jack, kick it across. That's plenty of space now. Give lots of room for Natasha Russell to draw one. Little on the tight side, but might get a little friendly glide. No, it's going to turn across. Could be, well, I'm not going to guess there. And Joe just needs to take, well, about a foot off her previous one, but she's changing hands. Not sure she's out far enough. Might be good enough to be shot. She's going to join Natasha there. That one, though, I think is shot. A big thank you to our 3 wonderful host clubs who have been absolutely sensational over an extended period for the state championships, starting with the Para Championships. As Ella Cameron draws down, Natasha Russell did draw a shot with her last bowl. But a big thanks to Club Dubbo, the North Dubbo RSL Sporties, and the Macquarie Club. Of course, Club Dubbo, the home of the West Dubbo Roos. North Dubbo RSL Sporties, the home of Dubbo City Rhinos and Macquarie Club. Their side, the River Rats. So big thank you to those 3 clubs. They've been absolutely sensational. The board, staff, committees, and the absolute champion volunteers who have done some tireless work to make this a great event for all the players. They've looked after us sensationally well. Their efforts have been very much appreciated. To the team at all 3 venues, a very big thank you for a job not just well done, extremely well done, superb. So Ella Cameron down probably 2 here. Just needs to get down to that jack high bowl. She's on track. Ella Cameron. Fantastic bowl from Ella Cameron. So Brianna Smith, 1 down. Hasn't got best back. Also, a big thanks to Dubbo Regional Council. The partnership with Dubbo Regional Council has allowed us to bring the state championships to Dubbo 3 non-consecutive years, 24, 26, now both extremely successful. And we look forward to once again being in Dubbo in 2028 for the New South Wales State Championships. Also thanks to TAB, great supporter of our event, not only of state championships but also of the TAB Platinum Pennants. So Leanne Pryor will place the mat, roll the jack for us to start our second end. Well, good start for Leanne Pryor. Erin Swatridge just a fraction on the short side. Erin just needs this to run out. Looks on a decent line. Wants it to come right back. Just a slight overcorrection in behind. Good home. Charli Cameron. Fair effort from Charli. That'll be close to shot. I think it's Leanne that's holding. Oh, Britt's just left that one a little bit short. Reports from the semi-final were that Ella was in absolutely magnificent touch. She showed that during the shot with her second bowl on that first end. I'd like to see a really good close game. Got interest. I don't know if it's got enough speed. Just going to pull up a little bit short. Well, Joe, she's not got speed on this one either. So Natasha Russell will make her way down to play her first bowl of this Second end. Oh, Brianna thinks it's a little hot, but it's coming in brilliantly. That's the shot from Natasha Russell. Oh, not real much excitement about this bowl. And just under the line. The weight's actually not too bad at all. It's just a little bit short, but under the line. Saints holding one as they cross over. We'll keep you up to date with the other scores. Keep an eye on the bottom of the screen. Ticker will be running through, and we'll do that every end. You can also watch those live scores on the BowlsLink app or on the web version, results.bowlslink.com.au. Just need to pick Bowls New South Wales, TAB State Championships, and then the fours competition you're after. But Ella Cameron, once again, nails it. Oh, Brianna, one down again. Not quite enough, I don't think. Maybe. I'll have a look. Didn't see the indication. Hello, she's swapping over to a forehand. That sort of indicates that they're probably one down. Might be looking for the shot bowl or the jack. She gets that on the edge. She's got the touch. Well, that indication is two down. Brianna, backhand. Can get the jack. Got the jack and the shot bowl. Don't know what that means. I'll have a look. One. Oh, both put a finger up. Erin's picked up the mat, so one to Saints. BowlsLink confirms one shot apiece. Erin just a little on the shy side with that one. Leanne Pryor sticking to that side of the green, though. Obviously confident she can draw inside that one. Just skirts it, runs past. Saints holding one. Erin looking for, well, probably half a metre. Would put it just behind the jack. Has added the weight, but just turned it a little on the narrow side there. He's holding two. Leanne gets it away. It's going to be quite a bit under the required line. Camp, her first bowl of this third end. Just bumps her teammate's bowl a little closer. Backhand draw for Charli. The bowl there, just about jack high, out to the side. She can split that in the jack, be close. Just going to get the edge of that and flop in, but still one of the Saints. Charli Cameron, last one was very good weight. Let's just tighten this up a fraction. Has definitely got a tighter line, but has added a bit of weight on. Well, depends how it hits this. Glances and runs past. Natasha Russell now. She'll draw forehand. Well, it was decent weight from Joe Briggs, just pulled it a little on the narrow side. Natasha's opening bowl on this end was very good, just looking to double down and draw another. That handout from Brianna says it's a little quick, sits her own back, still one in, one out. Joe will follow her down again. Still looks to be a little on the narrow side. Just going to crash on that short bowl, turn it through. Brianna probably holding a couple. So she's going to try and draw in the backhand side. Is it? Half there, just down under the wider bowls. Just needs to hold up to their own bowl. That's probably good enough to count. Just putting a little bit of pressure onto Ella Cameron. Perhaps 3 down. This is in the region. It's the edge. Oh, it's just got the edge and ran past. Needed to get that slightly more full. Still at least 2 for the Saints. Brianna just trying to add another one on that backhand side. A little wider with this. Draws the shot. May force Ella just to play the backhand and follow her. There is a result there just to sit either bowl and stay for second. Draw the absoluter. A little on the skinny side. Got sit and stay. It'll be 2 to the Saints, though. 2 agreed. So 3-1 after 3 hens. Erin just a metre or so through with their opening bowl. Leanne Pryor. Leanne just a bit further through than Erin. And Erin looks like a fairly good correction. Little touch on the jack. Still has left a bit of room for Gunnedah there. I do trust everyone around New South Wales, around Australia, around the world. You're enjoying watching on this Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Choose to get notifications. You'll know when we do go live again, which we will be on the weekend. 5 more games of bowls for you this weekend with the Junior Inter-Region Sides Championship. We'll be back at Club Dubbo just a couple of days' time. Do look forward to your company then, but we've got an intriguing 5 battles out there now. The final matches of the 25-26 TAB State Championships. Thanks to Dubbo Regional Council, TAB, also to Club Dubbo, North Dubbo RSL Sporties, and the Macquarie Club Dubbo. Camp, backhand. Still a fair bit of room there for both teams. Brits, well, she left that one a little bit in the tank there. Charli, forehand draw. Just wants to beat the one jack high. It's a good guide. Pretty well pointed from Charli Cameron. It's close to shot. Well, Natasha Russell got Brianna's interest with this. We're urging it on. Well, it's probably good enough. Joe Briggs wants it just to roll past that one and stop. Oh, it's another catcher behind for Team Gunnedah. Natasha, forehand draw, just wants to be past her own. Wouldn't mind getting a good thump on it, but prefer probably with this weight just to miss. Not going to do that. Well, Joe Briggs wants to just sneak past that bowl. Oh, got it in the middle. Pushed it up to jack high. Might just leave a better shot, though, for Ella. Brianna's got to consider what's happening. Well, I think she's going to have to play backhand. Where you're indicating there between those two bowls is Natasha Russell. I think she needs to draw backhand. There's two Gunnedah bowls on the line just behind that jack. They're the ones she needs to cover. It's probably actually two shots to Saints with a pink bowl just about jack high, and I think the one short is actually third shot. So Charli Cameron's bowl just near the centre line. It's about 30 centimetres or so, give or take, short of the jack. The ones just behind are just a bit further, probably 45. There is a chance for Brianna's got a little slide, drawn another shot. Well played. That might just invite the backhand reaching shot, though. Just over the draw for Ella. Get the split between those two. Jack straight down the line to her own. She's going big. And Joe's going to block the view. She gets a little rattle around, holding a couple now. Might need security to go out and tap Joe Briggs on the shoulder and say, hey, look, remember the camera's behind you. Brianna, look, you'd back her to draw this nearly any day of the week. She's got at least a foot. Just a bit tight, a little bit short. Catches. No change. Might have cut the second one out. I think it's 1 to Gunnedah as it stands. That's what Joe indicated to Ella. Gets her mum to show her where Jack High is. Well, she can draw a toucher here, though. A little bit quick. Gone too far through. I think that was a 1. 3-2 after 4 on the scoreboard. Leanne Pryor, a little bit on the tight side with her opening bowl. Erin Swatridge. Well, both Charli and Ella have represented New South Wales at under 18 level. Erin Swatridge played under 25, so she may have even had one game for the Blues. Britt Camp certainly played under 25s. Natasha Russell in the Blues squad, and Brianna Smith, of course. I think she's a Jackaroo squad member as well as being a senior member of the Bioscapes New South Wales Blues. So probably just a little more pedigree in the Saints team. But it's 8 bowls against 8 bowls. Plenty of family involvement around, even at state finals level. Of course, the Gunnedah team, all part of the one family. Got Jeff Myers out watching on after being defeated in the men's senior fours. He's watching on his wife, Christine, who is playing in the women's senior fours final. Just a little bit on the wide side, because Britt Camp earlier in this program did take out the women's pairs final. Charli, I think she's currently holding shot. I'd love to just get that a little bit closer. Up and over her own's okay. She's going to miss that and go back into the pack of pink bowls at the back. Good bowl from Brittany Camp. That's the shot. Oh, good effort from Joe Briggs. That's close to drawing it. Brianna has a look, and she's saying, well, not a lot in it. Chance for Saints to play backhand. Can draw with a bit of confidence there. They get the inside edge of that Britt Camp bowl on the centre line, pushes it up towards the jack. Oh, Natasha's all but touched the jack there. Jo just needs to lay her own bowl over. Not too bad an effort. It's just going to fade away under the line though. Just over the draw, looking for contact on those front ones. Ideally, turn their own in. That's Charli Cameron's bowl going up. Not bad a position it's ended up in. Ella, down on the forehand. Wants to just lay their own bowl over. Just needs to get past that pink bowl. Not quite. We've got 2 seconds now. They're having a look just to work out who is shot. I don't think any of them want to pick it. It's between those two bowls and the jack. Which one's shot? Hard to tell. So Brianna. A little bit more complicated shot since Ella's bowls finished just short near that centre line. Before could draw that through there with a almost impunity. Now, a little more to think about. Just try and draw around the blue Natasha Russell bowl for shot. Bit high line for that to happen now. This group of Gunnedah bowls just in behind to the right as well. So, these three here. Gunnedah, those two, well actually that one's Gunnedah as well. Saints, this one is Saints. Those four, Gunnedah. So Ella may well play down here, try and get that bowl with the option that the jack gets pushed through. You get that bowl clean through the hole, she'll be holding a couple. And if the jack bob's back, she's got 4 bowls there waiting. Got a chance on her own. Well, I think that's confirmed the Saints now. It's rolled it in. So perhaps needed just a little bit more direct with that bowl. Brianna, she'll draw backhand, now holding 1 for sure, I think. Just try and add, probably play a fairly safe line. It's just a hold up. One Saints. Erin, again, not too bad a start, just hasn't quite nailed it. Leanne Pryor, though, is going to be well short. So a chance for Erin to grab a bit more of an advantage for the Saints. Yeah, not too bad played. Both short. Both in the yardstick, though. And add a bit too much onto that through the ditch. Britt Camp will follow Erin down on the backhand. Everything to play for, can draw. Brittany in behind. Good attempt from Charli in behind. That's a good spot to miss. Fairly good attempt. Britt, drop a metre off her last pile. She'll be just out sitting behind the jack. And Charli lose, well, 3/4 of a metre. She's taken off just a bit too much, but very close to being shot. Might have just got inside the Erin Swatridge bowl there to get the shot. So Natasha Russell also following down on the backhand. Tasha's just a bit speedy there. Joe Briggs. Well, they're all playing the backhand side. Too much traffic on the forehand to even think about it. Open draw. And, yeah, Ella trying to push that one out. Weight, not too bad. Probably just a bit quick to count. Good bowl from Natasha Russell. Just past Jack High. Clearly shot. There's a chance, though, for Gunnedah to play to reach that bowl. They can trail it round the corner. It's Charli Cameron's bowl sitting on the draw line. Joe's not too far away. Just not going to swing back quite quickly enough, but it's another one into that catching pen. Brianna Smith wants to add another one in there. There is a nice shot for Ella Cameron, and Ella's got at least one second shot. It might only be just the one. Brianna wants to get past that bowl. Won't mind sitting that one herself. Yeah, change that head up very nicely. Made it a bit harder. Ella. She can only draw now. Might be just a fraction under the line and under the weight. Could be a reasonable count of the Saints here with that jack moving. Brianna considering just popping out on the forehand side underneath that last Ella Cameron bowl. She gets past it on the inside. She may well count. Brianna, backhand draw. Just needs to get around the Gunnedah bowl there on the centre line. And she's done that. Got the touch. So I think it's 2 to Saints. Don't know about the front one. It's either 2 or 3. And Ella's got to draw under her own on the forehand, or try and emulate Brianna's bowl. Oh, I don't know. I think the forehand might be just a bit easier to play. If it's only 2 down, it might be even a... If you can get through the gate, you might be able to get them both. I think there is a danger there that you pop your own through as well. check that score. Was 3. Takes the score out to 7-2. Erin Jack high with her opening effort. And well through with her opening effort. Erin close enough to Jack high. Corrected the grass. Gets one very close. Gunnedah holding, Saints holding 2. Well, Britt sat back the nearest Gunnedah bowl there. 3 to the Saints. Charli wants this to run out. I think she's just going to be a little bit short. Stage, you'd have to say the Saints just look like they're easing into a position of control. 7-2. 6 ends played. Do feel that Gunnedah really need to score a couple of ends in a row just to get the confidence going, get the momentum back their way. Perhaps a little unlucky there, pumped the bowl in. The Saints bowl went in. They'd be holding 4 now. Natasha will try and join the party, wants it to sit the bowls. Well, it might only be 2 now. Might have just moved that jack a little too far back. A very tight line, looking to get the jack. Oh, nice little rub. Brianna says, return the favour, push that one through. The tight line down on the backhand side. Not too far away. I think it's just going to break a little early. Can draw the backhand side. Looks a good line. Great bowl from Joe Briggs. 2 to Gunnedah. This one just gets the little flick on the blue bowl, runs it to the jack. Touch it, drags it to her own bowl. A bit of discussion about what shot to play. Brianna, I think she might look up on the backhand side. Same port Joe just came through. One Saints bowl at the back. Can sit either the shot bowl or trail the jack. Looks like she's lining up for a forehand draw though. Might find that's the easier shot for her. Well, that's a little bit of weight. She's trying for both of the bowls. Got the edge. Well, it might be close to 3 there now. You know what? Needs to add to this count. Needs to clear the blue bowl. Just not got the speed. A bit of aggression here again from Brianna. Not too far away. Once that one's square, just pumps it past. Still 2 for Gunnedah. I like the forehand draw now for El Cameron. So Ella is lining up for a forehand draw. A little bit quick. Two agreed. Two it is. Not a bad start for Leanne Pryor. She's just about jack high. It's well within the old yardstick. Erin Swatridge, she'll play the opposite side of the green. Leanne's got that one away. Looks to be on a bit of a tight line. Still on the back end for Erin. Brianna sees no reason to change. Can draw around that last bowl. Add a second. In behind, not too bad at all. Charli will follow the end down on that forehand side. Change of hand for St John's Park though. Throwing the forehand, beat the jack high bowl. That one's short enough, it's not in the way. Stick on that forehand side, draw down to the jack high bowl. Great effort, Charli Cameron. That falls overly close for shot. He's 1 to Saints at the moment. Brianna says to Brett, stay on that hand, draw down to that bowl. Joe's going to draw on the backhand side. We can sit the bowl on the outside, just come inside. A little touch on the jack's okay, as long as you get there. I'm not quite going to do that. I think they're Brianna indicating the forehand draw down to those two bowls. Sit on the inside of that is good. Just got the edge and gone across 2 to Saints. Bit more intent here from Joe Briggs. Can get both bowls. Got one of them out, so 1, maybe 2 to Saints. I'm not sure the pink one sort of front counts. Well, Natasha's got the thump and run and dropped in for another counter. So a bit more pressure for Ella Cameron. 2, possibly 3 down. Still in touch. Just don't want to let St John's Park grab hold of this advantage. Just needs to clear those front bowls. It's not going to get down though. It's got the speed to hold it right out. Brianna, she'll draw on the forehand side as well. She'll just clear those front bowls, sit down to these. Oh, no change. Same idea for Ella. Just wants to get to them. I think she's going to try and go backhand and go weight. Needs a result. On through. 2, possibly 3 to the Saints here. Brianna just looking to add the icing. Taking a little bit of weight off as she needed to. Or just turned the blue ball behind, so it was 1 in, 1 out. It was 2, but it may well have been 3. I'll just check to see what goes up on the live score or the scoreboard. Two shots it was. 9-4 after 8. The Jets leading 8-2 after 7 in the men's final. The Hills leading Sawtell 5-2 after 4 in the men's senior. And South Tamworth leading the entrance 5-2 after 6 in the women's senior final. And it's 9-2 Cronulla leading Cabra after 6 ends in the Open Reserve final. You can keep up to date with those scores on Bowls Link. Use the live score button at the top of the competition. You can access that through your browser, results.bowlslink.com.au, or using the BowlsLink app. Tap on results, choose New South Wales, TAB State Championships and the Active competitions there. All the fours. Click the one you want, then just click the live button at the top. Or go through the draws, click on the match you want, you'll see the scorecard. You'll see that it was 3-2 in favour of St John's Park after 4 ends, and since then it's been a 1, a 3 to Saints, 2 to Gunnedah, and then a further 2 to the Saints. Just leave that score at 9-4. Charli Cameron may well be holding shot with the first one, but her second one is even better. Natasha Russell, little glide, in for shot. Backhand draw through their own bowl, can sit the shot or turn their own up onto the jack. Needs a nice tight line on this draw. Very attacking mindset with this one. Needs the weight to back it up though, and that one is in the way as well, so not a great outcome there. Natasha looking to draw a second, just has pushed this one a fraction through to the back. Now looking to draw onto the back of the shot bowl on the forehand side. Not quite as easy a shot in some ways. I did block it with a previous bowl. Just going to miss. Brianna Smith just looking to draw. Love to just get around Natasha's bowl and add another shot. Not too badly pointed. Just going to run maybe 50 centimetres too far. Ella, she's looking to get down to the shot bowl. It's going to be a bit quick and high for that. Brianna Smith holding one. And what she'll try and do is just draw around here, match that bowl at the back. She'd love to just get one into this area, just here, just into there. She's drawing on that forehand side. Just wants good weight now. Clipped the bowl she was after, sat it over. Still 1 to Saints. Gilla's trying to use a bit of weight. She's under the line. One to the Saints. They'll be the first to reach double figures. Backhand draw for Erin Swatridge, urging it on. You nearly always know when the player on the mat is encouraging the bowl to move that they're going to be short or wide, perhaps narrow. They're not got the right combination. So Leanne Pryor, forehand draw. Just going to be a fraction through. 1 to Saints at this time. No reason for Erin to change anything. She'll just play that backhand again. Try and get past her own. Leanne, slight overcorrection. Probably, maybe still 2 to the Saints. Britt Camp, she'll play the backhand side. Just wants to get past Erin Swatridge's shot bowl. It's maybe 50 centimetres or so short. And, well, she's got almost got the weight. No, it's still 50 centimetres or so short. Forehand draw for Charli. Wants to get inside that last bowl. Unfortunately for Gunnedah, she's just been a little bit wide. It's turned it a bit closer to the jack, up past jack high. Britt Camp, stick on the backhand. Still trying to get past Erin's bowl. Pretty well played. It's going to sneak past and draw the shot. Doesn't need a lot of correction, Charli. She was fairly close with her intent last time. Just going to hang a bit wide. And Natasha Russell, same idea as Brett, drawing the backhand. Your own bowl on that path in, you just want to get past it, down to the jack. Currently holding 3, make that 4. I might have just fallen out of fraction. Joe Briggs, a little bit through. Tash not far off with the last one. Little improvement, we'll see it end. It's probably already counting. Well, she's definitely left that one short. Joe wants the little gap between the Saints bowls. Draw down to the jack. Just going to catch that one. Still 2, maybe 3 to Saints. I think the back one is in. Brianna on her way up to play the first of the skipper's bowls. I think Brianna will stick with that draw on his side of the green. Although she's lining up for the forehand, so maybe feels that she can tighten this up without adding an extra target, or feels that she wants a bit of cover at the back. Really not a bad move, getting the cover behind the Gunnedah bowls. Ella, she'll play the backhand side. Just wants to get under the blue one and draw a shot. She's turned their own bowl out. Be 3, maybe 4 now. Not quite working for her at the moment. The Saints, like they're just sneaking into control of this final. Raymond Terrace 8-3 over Tarrant Point. 8 ends played in that match. It's 8-5, the Hills leading Sawtell after 6 in the men's senior. It's 5-3, South Tamworth leading Entrance after 7 in the women's senior. And 11-3 after 8, Cronulla leading Cabra in the open reserve. Brianna's going to draw down to the pack. That'll be another counter for them. So Saints holding 3, maybe 4. I think it is 4. Not too far away from Ella here. Needs the pack. Might have been good enough to chop a couple out, but still going to be at least 2 to St John's Park. Natasha would like to measure. 10 ends now completed. 12-4. Well, Erin Swatridge has been solid at lead. He's given a team bowls in and around the head. Don't think she's been brilliant, but she's been very solid. Nothing, hasn't let a team down at all. Hasn't played the toucher sitting right alongside it, but has played plenty within the yardstick, so more than a pass. There's a commentary curse going to strike. Well, that's another one where it's not brilliant, but it's very good, solid. It's in the yardstick. So Leanne Pryor. Britt Camp out on a nice line, but speed is a little bit hot. I do think Gunnedah, they really need to win a few of the next, probably 3 of the next 4. The Saints just ease that bit far further ahead. It becomes a monumental task to claw back the lead. Charli may have drawn shot with that, so Britt Camp, last bowl was a good 1.5 metre through. Grass line pretty good, as she slightly overcorrected with this. Charli Cameron just needs to find the gate. Got the edge of the bowl, unlucky, just held her out. And Natasha Russell just wants to find a bit of clear air around there, get down to the jack high. A little bit hot for that. Well, Joe, I think you've pulled that one a little on the skinny side. Natasha looking to just correct the weight here, wants to sneak around those bowls. Should be very close to drawing the Absoluta. Yep, great bowl, Natasha Russell. So Briggs. Again, just going to slide through. Oh, Brianna's had the luxury of having shot more often than not as they've crossed over. Played fairly well, adding as well. So, nice tight line down on this side of the green. And that one's their own. That'll be a couple at least. Well, Ella attacking here wanted a clear run, I think. She's got the edge of the bowl. Probably third shot now for Gunnedah, but still the Saints holding a couple. Pick your hand and draw one. I think Brianna might be better off to go forehand here. And that's what Natasha's indicating, simply because there's that traffic on the way in. She drops jack high forehand. She's not going to create a shelf for Ella. And Ella has shown that she doesn't mind playing that attacking shot to use the shelf for her advantage. So Brianna, if she can add one here, just piling on that pressure. And very well played. Ella Cameron, probably three down. No real target. Going to just have to try and get into that head. Eight all after 10 in the men's final. Senior men, the Hills 8, Sawtell 6 after 7. Senior women's, it's 5-4 after 8, South Tamworth leading the entrance. And the open reserves, it's 12-3 after 9, Cronulla leading Cabra. 12-4 after 10 ends here in our women's final. Cameron, tough shot. Oh, she's going to go big. Well, she might have got her own bowl, but I think she had 2 fourth shots. That'll be 3. No demonstrative indication. Three shots it was, 15 shots to 4. Again, that in the yardstick from Erin Swatridge. Just loading that head up, giving a team a stable base. Leanne Pryor wants to get past it. Oh, just chucked on the back. Behind from Erin Swatridge. Oh, Britt's fired that one a little bit energetically, only a little. Oh, pretty good effort here from Charli Cameron. She's going to almost sneak in for the shot. We do apologise if you find the ads inconvenient. Unfortunately, we don't actually control those. If you really want to stop them, you can subscribe to YouTube Premium. Otherwise, it's just, sorry, we've got to cop them. That's how we are able to provide a free streaming service. Good bowl from Charli. Turns her own up and drops in for the second. Just under the line from Natasha. I think that'll force Gunnedah out onto the backhand side. Don't want to draw through that and turn it in. There's a nice open draw in that hand. Just need to get down to the jack and front of that pack. Oh, Tash not sent that one. clubdubbo.com.au/visit and start planning your adventure today. While you're enjoying the TAB State Championships, what about experiencing some of the other iconic attractions in the Dubbo region in your free time? Meet incredible wildlife at Taronga Western Plains Zoo. Step inside the historic Old Dubbo Jail. Discover the inspiring Royal Flying Doctor Service visitor experience and explore the spectacular Wellington Caves. If you've got a little extra time, make the most of your visit. Head to dubboregion.com.au/visit and start planning your adventure today. Well, Brianna, probably a couple down. Wants to just draw on this backhand in to get the shot. Got a teammate's interest. And drawn the shot. Feel St John's, they're starting to just take control of this game. 15-4, hardly a stretch. Just over halfway through. A little bit quick from Ella, trying to set the ball out, but one more to the Saints. They go out to a 16-4 lead. We've played 12. 9 of our scheduled ends are remaining. Well, Erin Swatridge, once again, the solid start. That one actually very good. Just short of jack high. Leanne Pryor, well, she's left it a metre and a bit short, a little bit narrow. Erin can really nail home the advantage for her team. Dropping another one in there. Don't forget the over 40s pairs. Qualifying entries closed 11th of August. Those entries are now open. Qualifying rounds will be held on the 12th and 13th of September and the state finals on the 14th and 15th of November. As we said, entries close on 11th of August and open to combinations of men's, women's and mixed teams. No gender requirements in our state over 40s pairs. Play with someone from your club, play within your region. 16 regions guaranteed each to get a minimum of one qualifier. The balance of the 16 allocated out based on the number of entries in each region. The more entries in a region, the more state qualifiers they will get. There's a link in the video description. If you're logged into BowlsLink and click that link, it'll take you straight to your entry portal. If you logged in, you'll be able to have all your details pre-filled. Charli just going to run through. Rookie singles entries are closed. We will be starting a wait list for that. But our sports team, they're working on the draw right now. So that draw, we're trying to get that out in the next week. Currently liaising with our regions to confirm the host venues now that we know the number of entries in each region. Rookies pairs entries, of course, will close following the singles. If you're looking for other competitive opportunities, do have a look at the BPL Cup, Bowls Australian national event. The winners of the states go through and play in the national finals at the BPL. Check out bowls.com.au/BPL Cup. Natasha's going to finish at the back. At 16-4, Gunnedah going to have to pull off fairly remarkable recovery. Still at St John's, they really are just accumulating this game in their favour. The longer it goes, the more in control they are. Can also go back and re-watch any of the games from state championships on the Bowls New South Wales YouTube page. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. We're on our quest to get to not just 1 million, but 10 billion subscribers. We're just short of 10 billion, short of that. I do trust you're enjoying the broadcast on Bowls New South Wales YouTube, and there is more to come this week. We'll give you a couple of days off, Thursday and Friday, but Saturday the action picks up again, once again here at Club Dubbo, but it's the Junior Inter-Region 7-a-side Championship. So the best of the juniors from around the state, they'll be converging on Club Dubbo on Friday, training session for the kids on Friday afternoon. Then we rip into the Junior Inter-Region 7-a-side action in singles, pairs and fours. 3 matches on Saturday, a round robin, and then final series on Sunday. We'll be bringing you 3 round robin matches, semi-final and a final on Sunday. So we want information about anything happening around New South Wales in the bowls world. Jump on the Bowls New South Wales website. That's bowlsnsw.com.au. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Bowls NSW. And you already know the YouTube channel because you're watching it now. Again, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Brianna, just a little bit short. And a big thank you to all those who have been positive on the stream. It's been a big effort from the staff over the last few weeks. We do appreciate your generous comments. We believe we've got a pretty good product and we're always trying to improve. Constructive comments most welcome. We do know we make the odd error or two, being human. I press the wrong button on the scorecard every now and then. Ella Cameron, she's going to go big. Just think there's a little bit of element of frustration coming in as well. Got one out of the front. But the Saints have just, since the first few ends, they've really just looked to be quietly in control of this. Just that little bit more composed, a little bit more settled, and just that bit stronger in getting the bowls into the head. Keep an eye on the other games, which of course can do through Bowls Link as well. Right, results.bowlslink.com.au or the app. Men's final. 12 shots to 8 on the scoreboard up there now. We'll play that ticker through you again in just a moment and announce the scores as Brianna Smith plays the backhand. Currently holding 2, maybe 3. She can just drag that jack 10 centimetres. It'll be definitely 3. And down the line, what a bowl. Well, I think she's made it 4. And going big again. Got her own onto it. It'll still be 3. So, Saints once again just edging that bit more ahead. Just check that score. 19 was 3. So 12 shots the difference with 7 ends remaining. Men's final, it's 12-8 to the Jets after 12 ends over Tarrant Point. Women's final, we've just mentioned that score and a great start from Erin Swatridge. It's the Hills leading Sawtell 10-8 after 9 ends in the men's senior. In the women's senior, South Tamworth 7 leading the entrance 5 after 10 ends. And then the reserve, it's 11 ends played, 13-4, Cronulla leading Cabra Bowls. Leanne Pryor just dropped that short. So Erin Swatridge really has dominated the lead battle in my mind. And that's just laid the platform for this St John's Park. Well, you got to say it's pretty dominant performance on the scoreboard. It was first few ends fairly even, but from then on, it's been Gunnedah's won 4 ends of our 13 played. 19-4 on our. So I think I've actually, yes, I have bumped 3 as well. So if you're a Gunnedah fan, it's even worse news. I have bumped the 3 score when I put it in then. So 13 ends played. 6 consecutive ends to St John's Park. 2-1, 2-3, 1-3. 2 and 2 singles to Gunnedah. So from 7-4, it's been 12 unanswered shots. Charli, this does look just a fraction on the tight side. Just won't quite hold up long enough and will duck just underneath. Not too bad a weight for the shot, but just not quite the right line. Well, some pundits on the YouTube comments think that the game is sort of beyond. I'm not not going to say that. The commentary curse is real. If you declare someone a winner before they actually are, it's a big no-no. Mistake was made a few times early, and it just seemed to be that it was as if the black magic had been cast over the team leading. Someone had tied their shoelaces together, tied their arms together almost. Great bowls from the Saints girls, though. They certainly do look to be in control and cruising. They need to keep that concentration up, though, not really show any mercy. Don't give them a chance to get back at you. Joe, well, she'll get third out of this. And, we have said that the women's game is completed and there's more than an end or two left in the men's game next door. We'd cross over, so if it is a contest next door still available and the women's game is finished, yes, we have got it set up so that the camera can be moved over. Dean is waiting and will race out to shift the cameras just for you, Leanne. Do know you love the guys from the terrace, ex-teammates. The thousands of people in Newcastle who are hugely parochial towards the Novocastrian teams would love to see that match switch over, catch the end of, well, what is just in favour of them at the moment, 12-8 after 12. They played one less end. We did actually set it up when we run the cables out quite deliberately that we had additional cable available to get to the next rink or two. Firstly, to allow the greenkeepers a little bit of room to move side to side as they wanted to. And secondly, to ensure that we could cover some of both finals as need be. Ella's running again and a little bit wide. I just feel there's a little bit of frustration creeping into the Gunnedah girls. And it's just affecting their concentration a little bit. All reports were that Ella was absolutely sensational in the match this morning and was the one that made the difference. Played a couple of good bowls in this one, but not quite up to that genius standard that was reported over this morning. So a couple of bowls left in this end. Saints holding once again. I think it's 2. Brianna just looking down on that forehand side. She's been a little ruthless. Might be trying to get rid of the closest Gunnedah bowl or pop one in behind. That's a pretty good home if that jack springs back. Because the Gunnedah has 2 bowls in that area and she just split the one out on the left as well. I think Ella will probably go try and disturb this again. Very hard to draw a shot. That looks to be under the line. Oh dear. That's one way to get it. Well, just to change the complexion a little bit. But it was just the one to the Saints, so not quite good enough. So we'll double check that on our online scorecard. Just got to wait a few seconds for that to come through on the data. Yep, one shot to the Saints. Once again, Erin solid, just that 40, 50 centimetres short, but well within the old yardstick measure. Jets pick up another one to lead 13-8 after 13 in the men's final. Well, Erin just darrowed that up, got a little glide. I wouldn't expect that one to be in the count at the completion of the end. Leanne, well, she's going to thump that one up, so maybe it will be in the count at the completion of the end if it gets bumped enough time. Two to the Saints. Forehand draw through those bowls to the jack for Britt Camp. Just have a bit of pace, this one. Going to go around them. Probably good weight for contact. Got one at the back. Chance for Charli to draw, but she's a little quick too. Can imagine there's just a little bit of difficulty for the Gunnedah girls. Well behind on the scoreboard. Probably a bit of pressure to try and turn that around. Saints, however, though, should be playing full of confidence. Well, tighter line here for Charli. Has she adjusted her speed at all? Going to sail past the jack and be, well, close to the shot. Well, Natasha Russell just turns their own bowl that bit closer. Little short from Joe. Just going to bump her own up a little bit as well. Keeps building up that head. Backhand draw here. Got a couple of chances to get in here. Again, cold draw. There is a nice little funnel towards the jack, but wide doesn't get the assistance, gets another coverer. Probably 2 or 3 here for the Saints as they cross over for the skippers to play their bowls. Hill's now leading 11-8 after 10 over Sawtell in the senior men's fours. South Tamworth 8-5 after 11, leading the senior women's fours over the entrance. And Cronulla was up over Cabra. Oh, I think Brianna's just turned their bowl on the jack. Might have cut 1 or 2 out. So Ella can play a conversion here with a couple of options. One is to just draw. Let's try the right tool. Draw around here. Trail that jack into there to make 4. Alternatively, nice tight line, push that one through the gap, stay to make a few. Based on recent bowls, I thought she might have tried for the sit. But through here, it's been playing a little bit heavy. Had to attack a few times, been in a bit of trouble. So Brianna, I think she'll actually stick with a forehand draw. Round here, just get the inside of that and plop in. Does give us some cover in case Ella does grab hold of that jack. Worst thing Brianna could do is give Ella the opportunity to make that counter 4 and just transfer the momentum. Wants to snuff out any chance of a resurgence. But Brianna, well, she's gone for the backhand side. Wants to draw to the jack and not move it too far. Well, she's got the little trail, holding 1. Does that just open the opportunity for Ella to try and rip that bowl out for a couple? She'll attack. Oh, will she hold up? Jack through. Well, might have made a couple. Two shots to Gunnedah. And Jack illegally rolled. Gunnedah goes to 6. Just a bit brisk from Leanne Pryor. Bowls back behind the 2 metre line for Leanne Pryor. Erin, well, she's a little further out than she has been. Does draw just in behind. Erin Swatridge looking for maybe 1.5 metres on her previous bowl. We do have 6 ends left to play. Do feel Gunnedah is probably going to have to win the next 2 ends to have any real chance. It's already 2 and plus an end required. They need 14 in 6 ends. So that's 2 an end plus another 2. 2 and a third. So any end you don't score, that drastically jumps up. Do think the front 3 of Saints have definitely won the battle so far. Although Britt, as soon as I say that, has dropped another one short. Just been that bit better. Charli, well, she hasn't quite sent this one either. Camp, nice wide line. That should get down towards the centre line. She has just given it a little too much pace. Oh, good bowl from Joe. That's drawn shot. We do pay a special thanks to the board staff and volunteers of our 3 host clubs. Club Dubbo, our host venue here today, home of the West Dubbo Roos, North Dubbo RSL Sporties, of course the home club of the Dubbo City Rhinos, and Macquarie Club, the home of the River Rats. 3 fantastic host clubs, and a big thank you to the volunteers from all of those clubs who have been absolutely sensational. Started with the Para Championships about 2 weeks ago, give or take, where the number of volunteers helping out was absolutely spectacular. Great effort, and has continued right through this championship. Do realise that volunteers pay a special part in our sport, in all the sport throughout Australia. In fact, the value of the volunteer is incalculable. They give of their time and efforts to help out other players and to make our sport better, and none so more than during the 2 weeks or 16 days, or whatever it happens to be, of our state championships has been absolutely glorious. Oh, turned her teammate's bowl in. That might be a couple. So Brianna just wants to shut down this little resurgence from the Gunnedah team. Wants to draw this shot. Just going to not quite get in front of it. Oh, what is she going to hit? That's the issue. Oh, no damage. Still 2, I think, for Gunnedah. Brianna, though, needs to put 5 centimetres of weight only on her previous bowl to sneak in to get the shot. Perhaps just a tad less grass. She can turn her own bowl or just draw inside it. She'd probably prefer to draw inside. She's got her own over, drawn in. That'll be the shot. So 1 more to St John's Park. Good bowl from Brianna Smith. Do feel that's probably just nailing in the lid. Erin Swatridge. Once again, she's left a lot of her first bowls just that little bit short, but in the around about the metre mark. But she has been fairly consistent and given her team a good base. Certainly has won the Battle of the Leads in my mind. Leanne Pryor. It's going to drop a bit shorter than Erin's bowl. 21-6. 5 ends remaining, so it's 3 an end required by Gunnedah. Start to get into the extremely difficult territory. Erin looking for a metre on her first bowl. Done it pretty well. In fact, done it very well. Great bowler in Swatridge. And just going to get behind. Britt Camp, play the forehand. Ideally, you're going to draw just in behind that jack. Protect against a little trail. See that? Brianna's urging that one up. Be 2, possibly, well, maybe 3 shots there at the moment. Not far off it. Backhand draw indicated. Try to get down to that bowl just behind Jack Height. A little bit on the wide for the pace side. Still wide. It's not going to get back to the centre line, so Britt Camp will play the forehand. If nothing changes here, I would not be surprised to see Brianna call Natasha Russell on the backhand just to try and beat the opposition to the shot. But don't want the jack here. Well, a little bit lucky there from Britt Camp. Thumps onto the jack, which catches on their own bowl and stays pretty close to where it was. Might even have made it a little bit harder for Gunnedah. Once again, Charli's got enough weight to hold that out. Sits the last bowl from Britt Camp. Now, I don't think they will change. I think it'll be, yeah, it is the forehand. Just try and load up that side of the green. Get them close. Just about bury the Gunnedah side by picking up a few shots. Ended up in a good home. So just got to try and draw forehand. And just underneath. Oh, Natasha wants this to get past that one. Not sure if it counts or not. To the front there. Be definitely 3. Really do want to get one shot. We'll need to get multiples on every end now. Just Gunnedah not too far away from Joe, but just slid past. Back in the pack. It'll be hard to get the jack to there, though. So once again, we cross over for the skippers to play with Gunnedah holding the shot. So Brianna, she's elected to play the backhand side. Popped it in amongst those 3 bowls. Ends up in a good position, just limits the ability for Gunnedah to make a multiple. Ella looking to draw this shot. Hasn't quite sent this. I imagine the match situation is making it just that bit harder to concentrate. Nothing going really in their favour. Brianna, she'll be riding the wave. Switches over rather than risk pumping that last Ella bowl into the head. All she needs is good weight on that grass line, and that'll be another counter. That's probably 4, maybe even more, being held by the Saints at this point. Big bowl here. Got speed on this. I don't think it's going to get back quickly enough to change this head. It'll be a multiple. 2, 3, 4. I'll have a look at the 2 at the front as well. So at the front don't count, so 4 shots. 25-6. Well, 4 ends to go. They need 19 to tie. It is now getting to the point of extremely difficult. Just a reminder, we'll do everything we can to get over onto the men's final, should this one end early, and Leanne Pryor draws a shot. But J by Norris there, they played 15. It's Terrace leading 15-8 over Tarrant Point, so not quite terminal, but they're a very solid lead for the Jets over the Scorchers. Well, Erin's down 2 for a change. Leanne Pryor draws another shot. Britt Camp wants this to run right down in behind. That's a good position. Gunnedah, in truth, they need 5 and end. They really haven't looked like scoring a count of 5 on any end so far. So they are going to have to produce an absolutely remarkable change of form, turn around in this game, if there's any hope of victory. Wants this to run a little bit, slightly overcorrected from the first bowl. Oh, Charli Cameron did say Gunnedah hasn't looked like collecting a 5. Well, they're holding 3, possibly 4 at the moment. So Saints now need to stand up and just say, no, this is our game. Well, Gunnedah might just get that sniff. Great effort from Natasha Russell. Don't know that she's cut too many out, though. So Briggs got to make another one. Forehand draw shot, just arrived down at this head. Really need to make every bowl count now, Gunnedah. Just in that shadow, falls short. Natasha up and over her own bowl. Yeah, second shot even would be fantastic for the Saints, but Tash has not sent that bowl. This one needs to count for Gunnedah. Not too far off. I don't think it's quite got there. Well, I think it's still two, probably three shots to Gunnedah. Saints have the best at the back. So you just see that motion from Brianna Smith. Brianna can play good solid weight up on this hand. Probably wait till about here. Get hold of that shot bowl. That jack springs back to there. That's Brittany Camp's bowl. Play that solid weight. You get your own. You're probably going to hang around or push it onto the jack as well. So nothing too dramatic. Because we're a little bit tight. You've got Charli's two bowls to sit on as well. Great bowl from Brianna. Cuts it back to one. So there's the problem for Gunnedah. They've got to get rid of that bowl and hang around. One shot only. Ones. Brianna will be very happy to drop a couple of ones because they're just going to strangle Gunnedah even more. They need fives. Ella's forced into the situation where she's got to try and play conversion. That's probably given a good guide to Brianna. Brianna can draw down on this hand. She's a bit quick and trails that jack, it's okay. If she's a little wide, gets the edge of that, she runs in. So a few chances there, but backhand draw, just tucks that jack around the corner to her own is okay. Pink bowl just to the back left is Gunnedah. I think the one after that is Saints. Well, Brianna wants the inside of that bowl. Flicks off. Oh, she got a toucher, but still one down. Well, they're holding one. They could go to 7. With 3 to play, meaning they'd need 6 and end. Got to try and convert this head. Oh, has she done it? Might have made a couple. I think that was one to Saints. So in the effort to convert, it's one more to the Saints. 20 shots the difference, 3 ends to play. Well, our rule is not to declare a winner, but it's not too far off the point. In fact, Gunnedah has to score big shots now on every end. In fact, they need to score a 4 on this end to even be mathematically possible of reaching the last end. So Gunnedah needs 4 on this end to then require 2 maximum counts on the final 2 ends to force an extra end. Anything less than a 4, and we'll be getting ready to shift our cameras across. Erin Swatridge draws one reasonably close. Well, 5 ends to go in the men's final, and it's 8 shots the difference. So there is still a little bit of life in that one. The Hills leading by 8 after 13 ends over Sawtell, and South Tamworth lead by 6 after 14 over the entrance in the men's senior and women's senior respectively. It's now 16-9 after 17 ends. Raymond Terrace leading Tarrant Point in the men's final. And Cronulla leading Cabra 19-7 after 16 ends in the open reserve final. Gunnedah holding 1 shot here. Brianna would be happy to concede a single. Oh, pumps up the Gunnedah bowl. It's 2 Gunnedah bowls jack high there. 2 yellow rings on the bowls. So they need a 4. Maybe they're getting the bowls in their head to do it. Or just lances and runs away. Just got to get a couple of bowls in his head as St John's. They don't need shot. They don't need to be too scientific about it. Tight line from Natasha. Can grab the jack. No. Underneath. I'll just have to build his head up. There's Gunnedah. You need 3 near maximum counts. So you just got to load the head up and hope for the best. There's one bowl that is not going to count. Looks fairly narrow, depends on the weight. Just underneath the jack again. Pretty much the same bowl as the previous. Don't forget to like, follow and subscribe the Bowls New South Wales YouTube channel. Follow all the action of Bowls in New South Wales. We'll be live again on Saturday and Sunday. 3 games on Saturday, 2 Sunday morning and early afternoon here from Club Dubbo. The Junior Inter-Region 7-a-side Championship gets underway Saturday morning. To have pretty action-packed time over the next couple of months as well. Women's pennant finals from Fig Tree, Test Series at Cabramatta, Junior Tri-Series also at Cabramatta. Open pennant finals from Yamba. At this point, Nick Kind was going to be bringing you the pennant finals. Even be the odd event mixed in there that I've not remembered. Ella, forehand. Just going to go past Brianna Smith. She can keep this to 3 shots to Gunnedah, game over. She'll add another state championship in this season. Already won the mixed pairs. I've got a feeling she won the triples. Ella Cameron coming in. One. And looking at each other, hands have been shaken. Been confirmed that it's under for Gunnedah. So it is now official that the 2025 26 TAB State Championship winner for women's triples is the St. John's, women's fours, is the St. John's Park team of Erin Swatridge, Brittany Camp, who played a sub for Dawn Hayman, Natasha Russell and Brianna Smith. We'll try and get our cameras moved over to cover the action in the men's championship now. In fact, the camera is making its way over as we speak. Measure being undertaken on the other rink. Umpire measure to be made. 16-9, the last score. Just waiting to get that updated. One more to Tarrant Point. It's now 16-10. Just waiting for our in-camera to come back in. Dino's popped it behind. It'll just power up in just a moment. So, interesting progression here. We haven't caught the action, but it was a strong start for the Raymond Terrace side. They got away with 2 singles and a 2 to lead 4-0. 2 singles to the point. Brought that to 4-2. A 1 and a 3. Lee went 8-2. Then 2 1s and a 4 to make it 8 all before a run to the Jets. A 1, a 3, and then 4 consecutive 1s to lead 16 shots to 8. And now a pair of 1s reply. So to bring it to 10-16. 3 ends to go. 6 shots the difference. And Shane White sits the shot bowl. Just waiting for that camera to restart. Had to be unplugged to be moved, so. Jason Stokes just missed the line. Ray Pearce, interested in this one. Come into shot in just a moment. Dave Axon. Does look like Tarrant Point holding 1. That'll be 2. Little touch, or maybe not 2. That bowl there, Tarrant Point. Raymond Terrace, Tarrant Point. Lennon Scott on the forehand. He just wants to draw down inside that Shane White bowl. Could wait, just a fraction on the wide side from Lennon. Chance for Axe, needs just a smidge more grass. I think Axe might have just left the weight off here. So Lennon tightens this up. Be very close. Three ends to go, 6 the difference. Tarrant Point managed to score a couple this end. It's really game on. (17-8) after 14. The Hills lead Sawtell in men's senior. And It's 14-8. South Tamworth leading the entrance after 16 in the women's senior and 19-9 after 17. Cronulla leads Capra Bowls in the open reserve. Ray Pearce needs this to just dribble under that bowl. Wants it to run it out. Well, Axe seems to like it. It's possibly two. Not sure whether David Axon's bowl to the right at the back counts or not. I don't think so. This one here. Not sure if this one here beats it. J by Norris, though. Singles and pairs winner at the Champion of Club Champions. He might have something to say about this, and his teammates are very interested in this bowl coming down. Just got a little bit of speed. Well, it's a little close. Max has a look. He still says three, so Tarrant Point. Good position. Razor just considering. Well, the 3 or 4 here really would just set the nerves on edge. Just needs to go around. Now wants it to swing back. That one should count too. Well, there is room here for J by Norris, but he would be feeling a little bit of pressure. The men's fours here at the TAB State Championships. The live scoreboard would show us 2 shots the difference with a couple of ends to play. J by Norris, though, he can just put his team in a comfortable position with a good bowl here. Fairly tight line. Is he going to get past Lennon Scott's? He's got the edge of it, the feather. Oh, has it run through? And it's sat on Dave Axon's bowl. I think they like it. Brendan Stokes has picked up the mat. He thinks they've got it. Tape will come out. That could have been the decisive bowl. And it is 1 to Raymond Terrace. 17-10, 2 to go. Well, J-By, I think he's just produced the right bowl at the right time there. Maybe a little bit of good fortune after getting the feather. Sat on Action's bowl. But gave it a chance. Didn't get the feather, he probably drew it. So, very good. Brendan Stokes. Quite a reasonable start. Well, the equation here is simple. Raymond Terrace, pick up a 2. Cannot be beaten. Point, need 7 in 2 ends. Realistically, how many do you want to chase on the last end? They need a decent multiple on this to give themselves a chance. Kyle Hansen, just a fraction short. Don't know who's got it there. There's not much in it. Brendan Stokes, though, he'll draw around his own bowl. Touches his own, he gives him the shot. So, on a good line. Good home. Very good home. Kyle's just got to try and draw in. He likes this one. If he can get a little touch on his own, he's dragged the jack. Well, I think that's still one to the terrace. Jason Stokes now. Yes, father of Brendan. He'll play the forehand, wants to draw down. Chance for the Jets to really just put it beyond doubt now with a couple of good bowls. Poor old Jason, though, drops it short. Very tough task, score 7 in 2 ends against a team of this calibre. Good bowl from Shane White, just in behind. Jason hasn't quite got the speed on this. Don't think he got it away quite as well as he would have liked. Shane on the forehand. Wants to be positive. Got Jason Stokes up and over. That's a Jets bowl right next to the jack. I think they're holding 2. Back of the rink, says Jay Byte. Lennon always looks like he's going to run because of his little wind-up backswing practice. Just wants to get past this jack. The sun is dipping down. I just wonder if there's a little bit of pace coming off the greens. That one very close to counting as well. Just wonder whether Razor might be tempted to get Axe to go full chaos at this. Might need to go for the kill. I'm not sure what that discussion was. Ray indicating a spot at the back of the rink. We're just trying to play a couple of feet through, try and shake this up, get their own bowls up to. Got the edge of it. Very importantly, his bowl stayed on, so they do have the best 2 at the back of the rink now. Important for Lennon to get behind this jack. Like to sit almost under the rink number. A little bit wider than required. He's behind, not too bad. So this last little tense bit of the game. Jets holding, I think they're holding 3. But, right, Scorchers want to get bowled down into there, just drag that jack back to here. They could be holding the 3 that they think they need. Well, I don't think Axe is real impressed with this one. Just going to hang wide through to the ditch. Play by Norris. He'll try and draw. I reckon J. By Norris would love to draw just around here. Drop in this area. You almost mean Ray Pearce would have to kill the end. Try and start again to get that multiple. Give him a chance on the last end. Well, Jay's going to play the backhand, which is probably not a bad option. Again, trying to get behind the jack. Wants to get past their own bowls. Does not want Kyle Hansen's bowl. Well, let's cut it back to 1. Razor still has to try and get in through that gate. Just nail the jack back to their own bowls. Wide again. Well, I don't think Jay will be worried about the win this end. Be more worried about making sure Tarrant Point can't score a multiple. They're pretty happy with that. Very hard to get more than 2. Almost got to go for the kill. Ray winding up. Big weight. Well, it's 1 to Raymond Terrace. 18-10. Are they going to call it quits or are they going to go for the impossible 8? Well, they are going to go for the impossible 8. Yeah, I shouldn't have called it impossible. Highly improbable. Well, interestingly, the Jets have rolled the jack to the tee. So they're saying that's probably a tactic to say to to the Scorchers, you're going to have to work to kill it if you haven't got your 8. The power of these guys often bounces off the jack off the ditch wall and still cannons out. That makes the 8 very difficult. Kyle Hansen's left his first bowl short. And straight away, it's the Scorchers going for the kill. So we're going to probably see 7 drives. Unless one of them hits. Jason Stokes. Well, I think the instruction there was to just arrive. Try and just bury the jack, put it beyond doubt. Well, maybe good weight. Terrace, they're happy just to arrive. The other thing is, by not loading the jack, not trying to draw to it, what they're doing is making sure that they're not building a target. That actually makes it a bit easier there. It's made a bowl closer. Well, 2 of them gone. Jet's still holding. That's irrelevant now. I think the instruction to Lennon would be just try and trail that to the ditch. Don't kill it. That's why the gentle weight. They want to trail the jack to the ditch. They can sink the jack, can't be killed. There's the toucher. So that makes it a bit harder to get the kill. Axon going for the kill. Bangs that one off. Well, Cole Hanson's now holding shot with the short bowl. Oh, no, he's not. Lennon's got a toucher in the ditch. So Lennon will just try to forehand pop this one over the edge into the ditch. If he manages to do that, it'll be shake hands. So he's going to still stick with the backhand side. Whatever you do, don't take it out of bounds. Short is good. That's two. Well, the blocker was the good option. Dave Axon will have another go at killing it. They have to get 8. They're trying. They know how hard it is. Good on them for not giving up, though. Just missed. It's not impossible. It is possible to get an 8 to force an extra end. And you have heard me say that a team in the Australian Fours Championship did drop an 8 on the final end to lose, leading by 7. So it has happened. J-Boy Norris is not going to try. He's deliberately staying well away. Make sure it doesn't make it any easier for Ray Pearce to kill this end. Ray just takes a little run up, has a crack. So we're one runner away. And he was on track, but it's now confirmed. I don't know the final count, but the Jets are the men's fours champions at the 2025-26 TAB State Championships. It's been fantastic to bring you this event. My name is Andrew Lynn. We will be able to bring you final scores on our social media pages. Keep an eye on Bowls Link for the women's senior, men's senior and reserve championships. We'll just check those scores now before we disappear. Confirmation that it's Raymond Terrace defeated Tarrant Point in the men's fours. St John's Park defeated Gunnedah in the women's fours. The men's senior, 17-10, the Hills leads Ortel, 16 ends played. 17 ends played at South Tamworth. The entrance, 14-10. So for the difference, 21-11 after 19. Cronulla leads Cabra in the reserve fours. So thank you for joining us. Join us again on Saturday and Sunday for the Junior Inter-Region 7-a-side. But until then, it's goodbye for now.